Appen's 2020 State of AI and Machine Learning Report. I'm Tonya Hall, and joining me is Wilson Pang, Chief Technology Officer at Appen. Welcome, Wilson.
Thank you, Tanya. It's great to be here, and thanks for having me.
So, what does Appen do exactly?
Appen is the world leader in the AI data industry. We help our customers collect and annotate training data to build AI applications. We know AI is widely adopted in many industries, and data is key for AI success. Our mission is to create large volume, high quality training data faster so that our customers they can build successful AI applications.
Appen just released their 2020 State of AI and Machine Learning Report. Start at the beginning. Who did you survey? How many respondents were included? And how did you break down the results?
This Appen annual AI state report actually is on discovers all those how and where AI is being used by many companies across industries. It's focused on investment, focused on key decision makers, and also focused on the type of project being developed or deployed by the companies. Um, this year, we also surveyed our respondents the impact of a pandemic and how those impacted those AI initiatives. And we surveyed about 374 respondents. Those are directors, vice presidents, and also the people with C-suite titles. So 30% of those people are from organizations less than 1,000 people, and while 70% are from organizations from more than 1,000 people there. So there's three key takeaways from the report. The first takeaway is really the C-suite involvement is far more heavily involved and invested than before. We can see the executive involvement and visibility increased 30%. This year, that's about 71% for organizations reporting basically their AI project has C-suite involvement, which is great. Meanwhile, the investment on AI also increased a lot. There's about 23% of organization reporting they have invest over $1 million US every year, while there's 8% of organizations reporting their AI investment is more than 5 million every year. So that's a great sign. The second key takeaway is really the COVID-19 is not slowing AI investment. Um, so from the report, we see two-thirds of organizations are saying basically they don't expect to see any negative impact on AI investment. And actually 50% of organizations, they are saying they are accelerating their AI investment there, while there's 20% are doing so significantly. So we can say a lot of companies, a lot of organizations are actually using AI as a tool to really to survive in this different time. Uh, the third key takeaway is really the data still remain a huge AI challenge. Um, so from the report, we all know AI is super critical and the data is super critical to AI success. Uh, and two-thirds of the companies, not two-thirds, sorry, it's like three-fourths of the companies actually, they need to refresh their AI model at least quarterly. And for those companies who refresh their AI model quarterly, 40% of them are saying they are facing a challenge of either not having enough data or maybe they just don't have a good data management system. Those are the three key takeaways from the report.
You found that while many enterprises identified responsible AI as a critical component of success, only 25% called it mission critical. Why the disconnect?
I think this is still come to the maturity of AI in the different adoptions. Different companies are still in different stage of AI adoption. Some companies, I think, is far more adopt. They have used pilot AI, they have seen the success, and now AI is kind of a part of their core business operation today. So they have a much deeper understanding, and then they come to the stage of like what's the real impact of AI? What's the potential risk or side effect? So for them, I think they understand much better on the potential bias from AI or maybe other different risk factors. So those companies, I think they think responsible AI is far more important than other companies. While there's other companies who just started their journey, they are still in the pilot phase. They haven't seen like huge returns yet. So I think the understanding for AI probably is not that deep. I think that's the major reason to see this gap.
For those businesses that feel their organization is behind in their AI journey, what recommendations can you offer?
The first thing I think is really just make sure people really understand that AI is coming. It's not something still in the buzzword. Based on our research, our working with customers, we can see AI is playing a critical role. It's transforming many different industries, and now it's kind of past the convincing stage. You can see all those C-suite involvement, also clear signal that AI has become basically a core part of the operation, business operations. Uh, so number one advice will just embrace AI. So this is something powerful and something you have to really embrace, right? In the future, every company is either be a AI company or at least have AI as a core part of their business operation. So that's number one. Uh, Number two is really to just get started. You don't need to have like a super strong team to get everything ready before you can really pilot AI, right? Just find a concrete use case and then get your hands dirty, get a few data scientists, partner them with a few people who know the business well, and get them started. And along the journey, you will learn all those tricks and also learn all those power from AI. So that's the number two advice. The last advice is really, I know like a lot of people are talking about AI and people all believe the power of AI, but so far there's not that many companies who has already using AI and uh, in production level and see all the impact there. So find someone who has the experience, find someone who has done this before, and then partner those people with some domain experts, and they will create some magic for you.
Wilson Pang, Chief Technology Officer at Appen. If somebody wants to connect with you, Wilson, maybe they want to get a copy of this report, how can they do that?
You can either go to our website, www.appen.com, or you can send me an email, wpen@appen.com, or you can find me through either LinkedIn or Twitter.
Sounds good. Thanks again for joining us, Wilson. And if you want to find more of my interviews, you can do that right here or at tonyahall.net. Thanks for watching.